Hello, this is Dee with Divine Needle. Having some morning coffee and decided, I did the TGIF reading, but I only included that reading for yesterday. So this reading is going to be for today and tomorrow, day 118 and 119, October 17th and 18th, Saturday and Sunday. Anyway, the new cards. What is the highlight of your life? I hope you have many answers for that. A lot of good highlights. Even in some of the worst lives that have been chosen, there are those moments that were profound to you. But what if I told you that you can make your entire life have even more of a highlight? Your mission. Answering that first question, what is your mission? Anyway, so what is the highlight of your life? And I think we should make more of those. The other card we got for today, loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. A lot of people have trouble doing that. The reverse. My heart is open. I allow my love to flow freely. I love myself. I love others, and others love me. Mm-hmm. You know, when you show love to yourself, remember you do have a spark of the divine inside of you. Divinity, right? It's why you can manifest. It's the answer to why on a lot of things. So when you're loving yourself, you're loving the divine. So when you look at it through those eyes, you do that inner child work, clear yourself of the past and return to your true inner self, your inner child. Your connection with the divine grows. They would love you to think that you need to have a mediator between you and God. Well, what's interesting is you have a piece of God in you. You need no mediator. You have conversations with them all the time. The inner chatter that you have with yourself is you having a chat with the divine much of the time. Yep. Anyway, words to think about. What is the highlight of your life? Loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. And keep in mind, you should continue striving for those highlights in your life Because if you're working your mission, that's going to come easy. And you'll have a whole bunch, and then you'll have a hard time picking which one was the best. Okay. So, the energy for those down here on a mission. Today and tomorrow. Day 118, 119. AoA. What's the energy for the next 2 days overall? What is the energy for the next 2 days overall? I just heard yesterday's reading still applies. Perhaps they knew that I just forgot to mention that that was what the energy was for the weekend. All right. A continuation of yesterday's reading. Yes, that's what they told me, and here we are. Remember, the apocalypse was what to be mindful of and prepare for slot, and champion and the joyous one was right under it in the underlying. So when they told me that yesterday's reading is the energy for the weekend, they weren't kidding. Okay, but we'll go ahead anyway. Ooh, and chills racing through me. What do we need to make our highest priority? The Earthbound Devas for Saturday and Sunday. What's our highest priority for this weekend? 118 and 119. Highest priority. Maybe just reveling in the Ten of Cups, I have a feeling. Woe and Snapola. Reveling in the energy. Interesting. Mercury, right? The dynasty. We're in Mercury retrograde right now. Heck yeah. The dynasty and the healer. Woo! And I'm going to do something a little different, I think. Try something a little different. We'll go up here with this. All right. And what do we need to be mindful of? Look at that. Joined one right there. What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Okay. Underlying the magician. Underlying is the magician. Manifest your little hearts out. Mercury again. What to be mindful of, prepare for. The Reaper, the Holy Sea, and the Demiurge. Oh, interesting energy. Okay. Wowza. All right. Just for those that are curious, the blind seer and the conservator were under the magician, the dark horse. Okay. Wow. Underlying the magician. Gotta slide it down a bit. The magus. Key 1. Aquarius energy and Mercury all down the center. Virgo. All right. Key 1. Major Arcana. Whew. The magus is the personification of creative thought. When this key appears to you, the call to action is exercising the powers of your mind, and you will achieve your greatest potential. The magus appears to you now to help you manifest discipline and focus towards mastery over your own innate talents. Never forget, you have the capability to manifest your thoughts into reality. I hope you all were setting your intent. I think the energy still stands. It's not too late. New moon. Manifest your little hearts out. That is the divinity in man and the powers embedded within your spirit. Embody the alchemist and transmute what is of little value to what is of great value. Invent and reinvent. All right. Focusing on this pile. First one, the apocalypse. Major Arcana, once again, key 20. Ooh, chills. Wow. This is a spirit presented upon your path when you have arrived at a point of no return. What has transpired is now irreversible. The only way out is through. That is the moment of full realization for why all that has happened to you has happened. The apocalypse is the spirit of revelation, when the answers that were hidden before are now obvious. This is the Alpha and the Omega, and the beginning and the end. When the apocalypse appears in divination with other cards, it adds emphasis of significant spiritual importance to those other cards. Pay closer attention when key 20 is present. The apocalypse is a mythic personification of an event horizon. This is a space-time in which no event that comes subsequent can affect the outcome, because all that could have affected it has either transpired or not transpired. The apocalypse card appears when you have crossed the boundary of where a gravitational pull over you is such that turning back is impossible. Whew. The champion. Next card up. Six of Scepters. The champion is the spirit of victory. When the Six of Scepters appears, success will be yours. Yet here we are reminded there are two sides to victory. The champion can bring wisdom, wealth, seed, life, dominance, peace, and grace, as noted in the 7 double letters corresponding with the sacred 7 planetary rulers in the back wall archways. Likewise, the champion can bring folly, poverty, desolation, death, subjugation, war, and ugliness. The imagery of the spirit here conveys the core of the message. To be the champion, one must be oblivious to pain. For there to be victory, there must be self-sacrifice. If you seek to defeat your opponents in competition or combat, then with the support of the champion you will be victorious, though with it comes personal sacrifice. Victory always necessitates personal sacrifice. Help from the divine. Oh, and my hubby's up.
Hey.
The joyous one, 10 of Cups. Ten of Chalices. The joyous one is happiness we have earned. This is the prognostication of spiritual fulfillment. Creativity becomes productivity, and productivity leads you on a directed path toward contentment. The glyph etched on the large chalice in the foreground is the emblem of the holy womb of Hagia Sophia, or holy wisdom. The 10 of chalices appearing before you signifies the appearance of God the Mother. The rainbow across the heavens is an omen, perpetual success. The joyous one is an omen of fertility, and that which was in the figurative womb shall mature and ripen to a great spiritual and emotional reward for you. When this spirit appears before you, it reflects back for you to see how along your path you have developed your wisdom, your intelligence, and your agape love. The 10 of chalices is an affirmation that your learned skills, intellect, and acumen have matured. The joyous one is the personification of wisdom attained. When this card appears for you, it is an affirmation from the Holy Spirit of your spiritual maturation. The card can also appear to remind you that you are complete, that your life and your world is perfected and harmonious as it is right now. It is not necessary for you to pine for more. Bask in the blessings you've been given. Yep. Bask in the blessings we have been given. Victory. The Judgment card. Heeding a higher calling. Help from the divine. Highest priority today. Healing the dynasty. Yep. Wish fulfillment for the dynasty. And both. The Healer, 17. Gifts of the Spirit. Major Arcana. Woo! And another chill. You have overcome a brutal yet necessary trial in your life, and now your holy guardian angel returns to heal your battle wounds. The healer appears to mend what was broken, capacity, capable of receiving the divine. The mind is formed in the image of God, and in that it is capable of divinity. Your capacity of holding divinity within you is now being revealed. The goblets pour forth hope and faith in yourself and that you are capable of greatness. Key 17 is the star of the Magi, and when the healer appears to you, the fragments of your broken world will be healed. This is an omen of restoration, of rebuilding, salving, and alleviating your pains. When the healer is making her presence known to you, it is a prophecy that a blessing is soon to be conferred. Highest priority. And the dynasty, 10 of orbs. So we have 10 of cups and 10 of orbs. That is complete spiritual fulfillment on the earthly plane. 100, the dynasty, 10 of orbs. We've come a long way, haven't we? The dynasty is wealth multiplied. In the foreground, the old man faces the young man. They personify inheritance, legacy, and multi-generational dynasty. This card portends advancing prestige. The dynasty is the spirit of collective power that strengthens a tribe. The theme here is successorship. It can also suggest that the personal impact on you of much greater national or global affairs. Something greater going on in the collective has reached down to directly affect you at the individual and personal level. What the Ten of Orbs portends is gains to be had from that impact. While the Ten of Orbs marks a pinnacle of material wealth and success, the Book of Thoth reminds us that the success will quickly go inert, and from that inertia degenerate and rot if the pinnacle is not immediately put to productive use toward the greater good. Thus, with the benefits and gains you shall reap, you must direct those benefits and gains towards a greater good. Do not harvest all the blessings for yourself. Major wish for fulfillment going on here. Dealing with your material wealth. That's huge. You guys, especially if you're an Aquarius, you are in major manifest mode. Take advantage of this Mercury retrograde because I can feel the energy. Manifest your little hearts out. All of you try, but especially if you're an Aquarius. I have a feeling you'll be extremely successful with that. Do no harm, only good. Okay? What to be mindful of and prepare for. The Reaper. Passage to initiation. Key 13, Major Arcana. Whew. Yeah, the energy is off the chain. Loving it, and it's good. Yep, it is. Lucium Sycamore. Follow the light. You are being guided through an initiation phase, and the suffering you experience serves a greater divine purpose. A change that you know in your heart is imminent, but have been denying is the change that you will face. It's interesting because the other readers are getting the same cards. The same cards. Victory card, the Reaper card, which is the Death card. The Joyous one. I mean, they're all getting the same cards pretty much. So, the Reaper appears to you when the circumstances you face call for this gentle reminder. All is not fair to the human perception. You toil for the bread of life until sweat sees from your brow, and yet that life will be taken no matter who you are or what you have done. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That is the purpose and absence of purpose to the human genesis. Endure through the difficult changes to come, and when those winds have settled, you will find yourself better for it. There will be a rebirth after this death. Major Arcana, the Holy See, Key 5, Master of the Arcanes. Key 5. When the Holy See appears to you, you are confronting what you have inherited and are now tasked to evaluate that inheritance with individual responsibility. The inheritance. The dynasty. All right. This is a spirit of sovereignty over your sole purpose. When the Holy See appears to you, it's time to evaluate your material, cultural, and social norms. Discern for yourself whose interpretation of the arcanes is the correspondence that rings true with your divine higher genius. When Key 5 appears to you, take care that you are not following a false prophet. Restrain your indulgences. So, Some of you may actually be losing someone. I hope that's not the case. But knowing that you haven't really lost them, I hope you find helpful. Some of you, this is just merely a big transformation in your life. Big transformation. Manifesting. Major transformation. And being responsible of that inheritance that you're receiving. This is about your foundation, your earthly foundation, the demiurge, for receptors. Yep, yep. It is indeed about the foundation. What you work and strive for on the holodeck. The demiurge builds our physical platform of success. This is the attending spirit who guides your intangible idea into tangible work product and the material world. The demiurge marks progress, achievement attained, and is the spirit presence with you through a momentous rite of passage. So this is like a rite of passage. Okay? The demiurge is the spirit to help you cull from the spiritual or intellectual plane and bring perfected work into form on the physical plane. Okay. Super profound readings going on. Lots of energy shifting and for the good. You are manifesting. Remember the questions. What is your mission? Your life purpose? Are you following that? Or are you letting life lead you? You need to be the chariot driver. Drive your own life. What is the highlight of your life? Think about that the next couple of days. And loving others is easy when you love yourself. So, anyway, I hope this reading helps you all for today and tomorrow. Looks like major big deal. Major big deals going down. You guys are manifesting your little brains out and it's showing. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how proud I am. Really, I can't. Anyway, tons of love to you. For those of you that play the lottery, you might go take a peekie. Just saying. That's the kind of energy we got going down. So, remember, you are loved beyond all comprehension. Know that. Have a fantastic week.